Heidi ho, my crafty friends. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. So I wanted to show you how I attach magnets as a closure in this little journal. So what I use is double-sided tape. And I've got double-sided tape on the bottom. So what I did was, let me show you here, is I pulled off two little magnets. So let me show you what I mean by two. So these little stinkers are really strong. So I pulled off two. See, I pulled off two, and I put a piece of double-sided tape on the bottom, and they stick, oops, and I keep dropping them. And I put a piece of double-sided tape on the bottom, and then I put it where I wanted it, making sure that it lined up when I closed my flap. And then I put it down so that it stuck to my page. And then after I got it where I want it, I put a piece of double-sided tape on the other side. Okay? And that's what you see here. Okay? That's what you're looking at right now. Is my little magnets are stacks of two with double-sided tape. So I'm going to take my little flap and I'm going to close it over on them, and they're going to fight coming apart. They're really going to fight me coming apart. And this double-sided tape isn't very strong. There we go. It's okay. So now I've got them apart, and I need to use something that's plastic, not metal, to push down my double-sided tape. If you use metal, it just sticks to the magnet. So you need to use something that's plastic to make sure your tape is down all the way. You know, if you use metal, it's a losing battle. So you go around your tape and you make sure it's down all the way, and you make sure your little magnets are down good and firm. Okay? They're not glued, they're just stuck to the tape right now. Okay? Then you take your paper, and before you put it down, you pre-cut it, you round your corners, you do whatever inking you're going to do on it, and then you try like the dickens not to get this page to flip over on top of it. That's the hard part. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this page down on top of this page. And I'm going to start at the top because I want to make sure that my edges on this get really, really stuck. Because once it's down, it's down. I'm not going to be able to get in there. But this magnet's going to give me a really cute little closure. And I'm going to show you on the back of it the other little magnetic closure I made. And I made it a couple days ago. And whew, when this stuff goes on and my heat's blowing under my legs, it is like... Okay, and don't be afraid of putting your glue on. Whatever glue you're using, don't be afraid to use it right now because of those magnets. You've got to be able to make sure that those magnets are getting glued. And then spread your glue out. Make sure you're getting it on the edges. Get it down to your edges. And when my project's done here, I'm going to have to take my little mat in and give her a bath. Okay. And then line it up with one of your edges. Now remember, make sure that it can close before you cut it. Make sure that you've checked everything. Make sure everything can close. Make sure it can close really well. And then come in with your fingers and make sure it goes down. And those little magnets just disappear. Now, they really don't disappear because there's going to be a stinker on this edge. So I have to massage this little edge down. It's not flat. Contrary to what your eyeballs are telling you, it's not flat. So you have to massage it down. You have to take your fingers around the paper and you have to massage it in. because your paper kind of has to stretch a little bit around those little magnets. Just a little bit. See down here at the bottom, it doesn't want to stay down all the way. So I just kind of have to stretch it out a little bit. That's why I'm using my fingers. I'm not using my bone folder. I'm just using my fingers. I'm just stretching it out a little bit. Just going slow. Making sure that it's, you know, everything's sticking down. There we go. Okay. So, there. Everything's sticking. Now, to hide them on this side, I'm going to put a little belly band. And you're thinking, but then you can't put anything in the belly band. I can, because I'm going to cover them on this side with a little strip of paper. And I'm not going to use anything that's strong, like a piece of cardstock or anything like that, because my magnets aren't that strong to go through 2 pieces of cardstock to get to these magnets. So what I'm going to use is, oh dear, here it is. I'm just going to use a little piece of book page. It's thin and it'll work, okay? So I'm going to cut it the same size as this. I'm just going to cut it the same size as this. And it doesn't have to cover everything, but I want to make sure that it's no bigger than this. Now, I'm not going to glue it to this. I just don't want it any wider than this. Okay? This is just a rough cut. It's just a rough cut. I don't want it any wider than this. Okay, it doesn't have to be the same length, but I want to come in and I'm just going to cut a few little squares, kind of like this. Now I know it's not any wider, so I can make them a little bit shorter. So I can make these a little bit shorter and glue over top of them, like that. So, and I can make sure that they go down. Now, I could also use washi tape. So, if I wanted, I could reach in my washi tape drawer and pick out some washi tape. The thing I don't like about using washi tape is I have to glue it down, and then I'm going to have to worry about the glue coming up. And anything I put in here, if it gets caught on the edge of it, it's going to pull it up. So, what I would rather do is just glue something down. Now, yeah, I could glue this whole page down. I could take this whole thing and glue it down. Just like that. And I might do that. I might just glue that whole thing down. And the more I think about it, the more I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make it a little thinner than my belly band. My belly band, good gravy. I'm just going to make it a little bit thinner. Yeah, the more I think about it. Because anything I put in there is going to get caught on it. And I'm just going to glue the entire thing down. And because it's a book page, I'm going to use, and it's thin, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. I don't want it to be wet. I don't want it to, I don't want it to get all crinkly, and I want to be able to do like I did on the other page and work it down. I want to be able to massage it down around those magnets. Okay, I don't need that. Come here, you. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to take it over the magnets, and we're going to take it to the edge of the page. And we're going to work it around the magnets. Okay. Now, remember, you don't want it sticking off the page. Okay, let's pull it up a little bit. Where's the bottom? Right there. Make sure it sticks down. Just use your fingers. Massage it down. There we go. There we go. See, my paper's stretching out a little bit. It just takes a minute, you know, be patient. Use the heat of your hand. Just be patient. That's all it takes. Just be patient. If you're in a hurry sometimes, things just go awry. So just be patient. See, it's sticking up here a little bit, but that's okay. If you can't get the back edge down all the way, your other piece is going to cover it. But try to get it down the best that you can. Use your thumbs, just use your whole hand. Work it around. Here we go. I'm spreading the glue out. The more I work it with my hands, I can feel that paper, kind of, there we go. I can feel the glue and the paper kind of giving way a little bit. There. Now I know that paper's not going anywhere. There we go. Now, if you're comfortable with your washi tape and you know that it's not going anywhere, then you use your washi tape. But mine, I've had mine so long, I'm just not comfortable with it. So now I'm going to put this down. And I'm going to do it just like a normal, but I do want to ink this, and I want to go on and ink over here since I have used white. Since I've used white on that side, I want to go on and add some because I don't want to see white when I'm looking over there. And let's see, this goes, see, there's a butterfly on the edge there. So I want to make sure I'm not seeing white from that white paper. Okay. There we go. And the only reason I'm putting any type on here is I want it to stand out against this pink. There. So when I put that down, I'm not seeing white now. And I'm going to have to make sure that it goes down really well against the side there. Okay. Now let me make sure I get the right side. And I'm also going to have to make sure that this dries really well before I put anything in it. Okay. There we go. Now, you need to make sure you test your magnets, play around with them before you glue them down and tape them down. Because it took me a couple of different magnets to find ones that would work. And I have a couple of different ones. It took me a couple of different magnets to find ones that would work to go through my, my cardstock. And I was getting quite frustrated. Okay, so again, I'm just pushing this down back there. Okay, so now my closure is going to go like that. Okay, now I'm not going to pull on it a lot because I don't want it to pull my paper off. But there's my closure. Now, over here, I can put some pockets if I want, and I'm ready to go. Now, on the back... Okay, so let me close this the right way here. Okay. All right, I got that closed. Now let me show you how this is going to close. So, I went through it, and I kind of ended up making it a flip-flop. Because things, as we talked in the last video, things just did not work out the way I wanted them to. So I had to rethink how things were going to fold. So I took what was the back. Remember my little pocket back here? Here's the little, and I made a little thing for it. Well, here's the pocket. So what I did was I covered it with what was going to be the cover paper. But I still had that little slit right here. Here's my pocket. I covered the pocket. I covered the fold. I added my magnets. They're right here, and I covered the outside. But I still had that little slit between the pocket and here. So I took a piece of paper right here. Can you see it? And I cut it a little bit wider than the slit, and I just put it up to the edge and slid it under. Now right here you can see the fold, and I can take this, and I specifically didn't do this so I could show you. You can take this and you can rub this right along that edge with your dauber, and you can ink it up real well. And now I don't see it as much, but you really can't cover it. Now, unless I would have covered the entire back of it, and then I would have had the same problem as I did before. Here's a little journaling card I made to go in here. And it's out of the same paper that I used. I'm going to show you the paper that I used. And this has a magnetic closure just like the other side. I used a piece from this page. Okay, so over here is the little pocket that we made. Okay, I just don't have anything in these pockets yet because they're dry now. So in those little pockets, I could put things like these. You know, I could make these into little, you know, and into little cards. So these would go into these like that. Here's some little butterflies. And I'm just putting stuff in them so I can show you guys where the little pockets are. Oh, I think I glued this one. Uh-oh. I think I glued this one shut, you guys. Uh-oh. I think I did. Okay, so what do we do when I glue a pocket shut? We go, uh-oh. Oh, dear, I did. I glued that little pocket all the way closed. Well, that wasn't good, Lori, you big ding-dong. Okay, let's get it unglued here. There we go. Okay, let's get this and get it unglued. There we go. That's better. Let's make sure we didn't do that with this one. No, we didn't. Okay. That's better. I'm glad we checked. And then we can put this. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Then say we could put this little butterfly up here. Oh my goodness sakes. Let's round the corners on that little butterfly. Oh my gosh. Oh heavens. Oh my heavens. Let's make those little rounded corners a little bit bigger. What a way to start our day, huh? That looks better. That looks better. In this you could just open up and write on it if you wanted. Oh my gosh. Let's round those little corners. And then that closes. And this was just a little tuck. Okay, I didn't glue that down. Well, that's a good start. And we could just put that back there. Oh, man. And then we open this. And this flips up. And then we have that little tag there. And then down here we have a pocket. Let's make sure we didn't glue that pocket closed. Oh, man. Okay, we didn't. But this needs to be a little bit smaller. Oh my gosh. Let's make this a little bit smaller. You know, sometimes don't you wonder about me? I do. All right. Nope, I didn't glue it closed. All right, we'll put that one there. Oh, my goodness. And we could add pockets up here if we wanted, and I would put them going that way. You know, you could even add flips on it if you wanted that go out. But I didn't because of that little tag. I didn't add anything because of that little tag. This little fold was getting a little chunky monkey on us. Then we have these little file pockets. And good Lord help us. Let's hope I didn't glue those closed. No, I didn't. Okay. So we can put, okay, good. So we can put our little butterfly there. Okay, so I cut all these things to go in here. Let's make sure. Oh, dear. I think we're going to have to round some corners. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's see if this one fits better. Oh, that was the small one, wasn't it? So, let's see. Let's see if it fits in the medium one. Okay, there it goes. That fits in there. I think I'm going to have to cut this one smaller. All right, let's cut this one smaller. I forgot that one was a small one. I forgot we had them in different sizes when I cut these. Oh, man. Lori, you have lost your mind, girl. Okay. That's better. Plus, we have the pockets behind these. You know, we have pockets behind these, remember. We have all those little pockets behind them. Like that. Here, I'll just tear this and show you. It'll be easier. It'll be safer. We have that pocket behind that one. And we have a little pocket behind that one. Like that we can put anything we want in them. Here, we'll bring a piece of this down here. Like that. And we'll put a piece of yellow behind that one. So there we go. And then we flip over here and we have this little side tuck. I made that little pocket to go in there. And then we have that to go in there. And I do believe I want these trimmed here. I just think these little rounded corners look so much better in here. Like that. And then we have this little pocket here. And I just love this green with the yellow in it. I just think it's so cute. And we're going to round those corners. And we're going to stick that right there. And then we have this that we just made. Let's see. There we go. And it's got that magnetic closure. Ah, pop. Now, we need to put some pockets in there. So let's see what kind of pockets we're going to put in here. In here, I want a pocket that goes this way because we have our side tuck, and I'm not going to put anything in there yet. This was my original idea, but that's too big. So then I thought, oh, maybe the bird. I haven't got to use the bird yet, but the bird's too big. Let's see. I wonder if we can fold this. I really do want to use this. I wonder if we folded this. If this would fit. And turned it that way. If that would fit. Since that's a little chunky, I wonder if that would work. Okay, that works. And still allows our magnets to close. I think. Okay, it interferes with our magnets. So maybe not. Maybe we'll put that on the back. All right, so we still have this. So when we open up this, you know, I'm going to come back to that. So just hold on a minute. Okay, how did I wrap this? This is why I don't like these, because I never remember how I wrap them. And then I get them all twisted. I get them all twisted in circles. Oh dear, did I glue it down? I think I did. Oh my gracious, what have I done? Oh, get out of there. That's better. Okay. We have this. Here's our belly band. And here's our side pocket right here. Oh, good heavens. Now, we have, I think I'm just going to tuck that behind there. So we still need to put some pockets here, and then we're back to the back. So I kind of ended up with a little flip-flop, so I need to put something here. So let's see, where's our paper at here? How about we take some of this and I think I want to leave some of that green. Now, wait a minute, where's that other green? Here it is. And we have that there. So let's bring some of this back here and cut it off right here below the butterfly and put a side pocket right here. Yeah, I think I like that. I think we're actually going to layer it. We're going to make a side pocket and a top pocket. Okay, so we're going to cut it below the butterfly. We're going to do it right here. Okay, so this we're going to make fit right here. Okay, so we need to back it so we can make a top loading pocket and a side loading pocket. Okay, and then I want to, okay, I don't want to use that yet, but we're going to back it with a piece of cardstock because we're not going to see the cardstock. But we need to cut this first before we back it with the cardstock. So let's see what size piece we need and where we want it. I don't want that butterfly wing, so let's trim that off. Let's get that off. Okay, so there's our flower. And let's mark the edge here. Let's get our pencil. And we're going to mark our edge right there. Now, this is important that I cut this straight. So let me make sure that I'm getting this straight. Okay. Now, let's make sure that this fits. Now, I do need to round this bottom corner here. Right there. Okay, good. Now, we're going to back this on a piece of cardstock. Okay, let me get this out of the way here. Okay, so we're going to back this on a piece of cardstock, just like a pocket. Okay. We're going to back it just like a pocket. So we're going to glue it down on 3 sides. Okay. And I'm just going to use my art glitter glue for this. Let's see. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go on and use my vintage photo. And I'm going to go around my edges because they've already got a little bit. So I just kind of want to give them a little bit more. Okay. Now, let's plan this out. I'm going to plan this out with you here. Let's see what we need to do. We want it to come out the top and out the sides. So, if we want it to come out the top and out the sides, we need to decide which part we want to come out the top and which part we want to come out the sides. If I want it to come out the top of the thin part, or do I want it to come out the top of the thicker part? Now, I could do both. I could back it twice. I could take this and fold it over like this and back it twice. You know what I mean? So I could fold this in half. Like this. Put this down. trim this off, have it come out the top up here and out the sides over here. And then this is good and firm, which I think that's what we're going to do. So let's glue this. Let's glue this little thin piece of cardstock down. Okay. Now I hope what I'm doing is making sense to you so that you're able to do this. What I'm doing is I'm backing a thin piece of cardstock so that it can handle everything we're going to do to it. Okay? Because it's going to get a lot of abuse. Things coming in and out. You know, things going here and there. And it's got to be able to handle that. Okay, so my design is now glued down. It's completely glued down. Okay? It's glued down completely. So I'm going to take this my bone folder. I completely forgot what it was. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to take my paper cutter. If you don't have a paper cutter, just use your scissors. And I'm lining it up. I'm lining my little guitar string that's inside of it. I'm lining it up on the edge, and I'm cutting straight up. That's important. You want to cut straight up your edge. See? I want to cut straight up my edge. Right there. Okay? And I'm going to follow around the corner here. And I'm going to do the same thing across the top. Now, why am I doing this? Well, because this is going to be our pocket, remember? And I think I need a new blade. Again. Yeah, I think I need another new blade. Which that means I need to order them. Now, because I've added more, more to it, I need to ink it up here again. Because I don't want to see the cardstock that I've added. So I'm going to add some more of my vintage photo to it around the edges. And yeah, this is going to add a little bit of bulk to it, but that's okay. That is okay by me. Not bothering me a bit. Okay. There we go. Let's get this off the table here. I don't need this anymore. Don't need that. Don't need this. We can put that away. Okie dokie. Now, we're going to, I want it to load the top and come out the side. So, I'm going to glue down just like a regular pocket. Okay. So I'm going to come across the side and down this side. Okay. Just like that. Now I have a regular loading pocket. It's going to load that way. Now, I can go on and put in my notch if I want a notch. No, if you want a little notch, go ahead and load it. Or go ahead and put it in. That's okay. There we go. Now, to put this down, we're gonna put it down as a side loading pocket, which means we're gonna glue across here, here, and here. Now, if you want this as a tuck on your page, so it's gonna go here. So if you would rather have this as a tuck, now a tuck would just go like this. Okay, that means the top edge. So that means just the bottom and the side are glued down. And that means you would come in from the back like this. Let me show you what I mean. That means the top is open and you could come in like that. And if you wanted to load like that, you would just come down the side and across the bottom. If you want it as a legit pocket that goes like this, you would glue across the top, down the side, and across the bottom, and it would glue like that. Okay? So it's your choice. Now you get to make the choice. And since I've seen that as a tuck, I really like that idea. Because I can still make it, even though it's a tuck. I think I am going to make it a tuck. Gosh, you guys, thanks. So I'm going to glue this way. Now, to do this, you can use any glue you want. You can use your art glitter glue. You can use your Fabri-Tac. You can use your tacky glue. You can use whatever glue is sitting on your desk. But you have to give this time to dry. Okay? You have to give it time to dry. Those are the rules. You have to. Okay, now I've opened mine up to let it dry flat. And I need to scoot it over to the side a little bit. Just like that. Now, because it's coming across the bottom, and it's a little thick across the bottom, I'm going to go on and put some clamps on it here. Now, I get my little pink clamps at the Dollar Tree. And the reason I buy pink clamps at the Dollar Tree is, well, I like pink. And number one. And number two is they do the job. Now, to do this side, I've just folded it. And I'm just going to add them over here. And I just folded it back. And they're not heavy duty clamps. So they're not going to, add a big mark to your paper. But they do the job. Now, they also have clamps in their automotive section that look like this. That are black. And they are a little bit strong. They're quite a bit stronger. They're like twice as strong. And they will, if you leave them on too long, they will leave a mark. But they're perfect for what we do. They're the perfect size. So I just leave them on for a couple of minutes and let things dry. So I'm going to sit this aside and we're going to make our tag. And we're going to use the rest of our paper to do that. And I think I had, I think I'm going to use my little butterfly as my little side tuck. So to make my little tag, I need to measure here. Can I get most of my butterfly? Nope, I'm going to have to cut my butterfly off, and I don't want to do that because I've been saving that little butterfly for something. So let's see. Let's get our paper out here. Come here, paper. I've been using this paper up, so let's see what else we have in here that we can use to make a tag. Oh, that we might be able to use some of that. Or maybe even some of that. All right, let's see. Because it has to be narrow. Let's see if we can use some of this to make a tag. We're doing pretty good using up that paper pad, aren't we? All right, so let's see if we can use some of this to make a tag. Why I always have this. Yeah, it goes this way. I had it right. All right, let me put stuff away here that I don't need. And I'm done with. All right, glue. I don't need you right now. Okay, so for our tag, we're going to need about 2.5 inches. So That's about that wide. So let's see how much we can get of our little flower. Oh, it isn't going to include our butterfly, so that'll be nice. And then for our tuck, maybe we can get our little tuck, we can get maybe about the same. I wonder if we turned it the other way, though. If we turned it that way. Let's see what we could do that way. Okay, maybe we could use that with the flowers going that way. Okay, how long is it? Okay, so it can't be any longer than this. All right, well, that would be a cute little tag or a tuck right there. Just like that. Okay, and I have tags sitting over here. And the same, okay, so this one's going to have to be about the same. Maybe a little bit longer. It can go a little bit longer, I think. Okay. Oh, well, those will be really cute. So let's see what all we can do here. Yeah, I like those. Now, let's bring those over. All right, we're done with these. Stick those back in. All righty. Now, where's our... Now, let's round up some corners here. We need to round these corners on the bottom so that they go in a little better. Now, let's see if this fits in here. Now, I know this isn't completely dry. And let's see what we got here. Let's make sure that this, I didn't glue it closed. Let's make sure I didn't glue anything closed here. Okay, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, my glue's a little bit still wet, so. Yeah, I need to be careful or that's going to stick. Okay, so let's go on and do some. Okay, now let's put, I'm wondering if we should back that a little bit so that it doesn't, maybe we'll back it with this. Let's back it with the piece that goes with it. I think that's what we'll do. And I think we're going to use glue stick for it. Yep, I think that's what we're going to do. And that way it'll be a little firmer and it'll go in our little holder a little bit better. And you can still write on it if you want to write on it, but I don't usually write on it, but I might put the date on it. Oops, I just gooped my glue stick. There. All right, so let's see if we can get these together okay. how about that, you guys? How about that? Fits pretty good. Might have to make it a little bit smaller, but that's okay. I can do that. There. I'm all right with making it a little bit smaller. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to wop off our edges here. Okay, so we need to trim our bottom. Can't have a pokey bottom now, can you? And if you have to trim them, you can trim them. Okay. Okay. So here's going to be our tag. Right there. And there's our little side tuck right there. All right. I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Then we have this one to do and this one to do, and we are done. Okay, so I think one more and we'll be done, and we'll be able to take a flip through of it, and then we'll be able to mark that off of our list. How about that? How about that indeed? Okay, I want to thank you guys. Let me check our time here. Yep, let me check our time here. So you'll be able to see in the thumbnail that I've put a eyelet and some ribbon in our little tag there. So that's exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited, you guys. I am really, really excited that we're moving on here. Oh my gracious. Getting things done and moving on. Yeah, that is fun. Okay. So here are our eyelets. I think we have time. We can do this, don't you? I think we have time for this. This doesn't take long at all. I think we're going to put one right there. Yeah, I think the older I get, the harder it is to open this box. And I don't think I want anything that's really dark, so I think we're going to go with that color. Let's see here. This is for the little bitty ones. Let's flip this big guy over. Where are you here? All right, big guy, be still. There we go. That looks good. Alrighty, so what do we want to put? What do we want to put up there with our pretty, I can't even talk, with our pretty butterflies? What do we want to put up there to be pretty? Let's see, what color is in there? Kind of a peachy color, isn't it? So let's see what we got here in the peachies. I don't have any peachies. I got pink, but I don't have peach. Oh, wait. Yes, we do. Right here. We got some peaches right here. Maybe. Maybe kind of, sort of. Oops, sorry. Maybe kind of, sort of. Maybe not. That's not peach. Okay. Let's see what our Sari Silk has for us. Let's see what our Sari Silk has for us. Yeah, I love playing in Sari Silk. I know there's something here. I know there is. Hold on here. Let me find something. Okay, so I did find a little piece of sari silk here. And I think we're going to put a little piece of this in here. Okay. So for the month of January, we had 9 new subscribers. And when I logged on this morning, we had surpassed our 800 subscriber mark. You guys, I was so excited I could hardly stand it. I went dancing down the hallway. Didn't even think that was possible. Never thought that was possible. So I want to thank you guys for all your support and those 9 subscribers. That is so awesome and so exciting. There, we'll put our little tag back in there. There we go. There we go. Now, let's wind this back up. Get our little button out of the way here. There. So we have 2 more to do. And we have a couple of little tags to put together, I think. Oh, we have that little cover there to make, don't we? Okay. Alrighty then. So we are almost done. And we're having some fun. And I am just having a ball with this. And I can't wait to introduce you guys to our next one, because I know you're going to have some fun with that one too. So until I see you again in our next video, and thank you to all of our new subscribers. I appreciate all the time and all the fun that you come and you have with us. And don't forget that you can like and you can subscribe and you can share our videos with your friends. I appreciate that too. And to those new subscribers, a great big hidey-ho and ladybug flutter to you. You are so welcome to join us around the craft table. And I'm so glad that you're here with us. So, until I see you again in the next video, ta-ta for now.